Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, The Magical Maven. My name is Heather and today I am doing a singles love reading for Leo. So when people ask what your sign is, that is just your sun sign. So feel free to check not only your sun, but also your moon sign, your Venus, as well as your rising. So whichever sign you are, placement you are here today as a Leo, we're gonna start with the romance angels. So this is a singles timeless love reading. However, if you are in a complicated situation, you could still watch as well. And what I say by timeless is that this is intended like mid-August to mid-September 2019. However, if you're called to this video at a later date, since it's a timeless reading, it just means that you were drawn to this video at a later time because you were meant to hear the message then. Okay, so let's see your theme in love right now for my Leos. Okay. So retreat came out on the top. So it's time to disconnect from this world. Underneath we had codependency, separation, and unrequited love. So I'm getting about, there was like this question of who was your big love? Let's see some more cards. What is your blocks? What is your block, or what are your blocks? So finances and career, children, and romantic feelings. Okay, and guidance. Pay attention to red flags. And what's some clarification on that for my Leos? Engagement and playfulness. Okay. Okay, so for my Leos, whether, again, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, so there's this time of retreating that whether you are taking or you need to take, you know, from your love life, your dating life, I think a lot of you, you know, it's like about getting clear on what you want. I think that some of you maybe had someone in the past that was either like this big great love and they went away for whatever reason, and it's created a void, or like you feel like a hole in your heart, and it's like something that hasn't repaired in a sense. You know, there hasn't been that healing that maybe has fully taken place. And it's not because you haven't done healing, it's just maybe because there's still some parts of it that still need to come through, certain lessons or things that still need to be dealt with. However, some of you could have, you know, some of you, yeah, this could have been like a big love, and for some of you, it could have been a big love for you, and that's why maybe the unrequited love is coming in. Maybe, you know, for some of you, like, you didn't feel like they were as committed or in it as you were. And for Leos, that's definitely like a disheartening thing, because Leo is a sign that loves to be seen, loves attention, loves to be pampered and worshipped. And if you're not feeling like you're getting that back from someone, of course, that's going to leave you feeling wounded, right? And maybe like once that person, you were separated from that person went away, and it's just maybe it could be bringing up certain things. So maybe like you're torn because, you know, maybe there's a part of you that wants to get back in that situation. You know, if this, you know, there's different scenarios here. So for those of you who it's like you just took a separation and they might want to come back, or you might want them back, but it's like you're still maybe undecided and you're really not sure, and that's why you're getting retreat. However, for some of you, this person's already in the past, you know, and it's not, there's not going to be a rekindling there for whatever reason. And it's like forcing you to go within, because maybe someone that you did try to fill the void with wasn't really right for you, and maybe it was out of a need for codependent, you know, like it was a codependent relationship in one way or another, whether you were codependent or they were codependent on you, and it maybe was forcing you to look at yourself and your love life. And this time apart is maybe like you gathering your thoughts and your strength to like move forward. For guidance, it's showing your finances and career highlighted. So it shows that maybe this is an opportune time for you to get, I'm getting, I don't know, I don't mean to swear, but it's like it's like getting your shit together. So maybe like there's some things that maybe fell to the wayside, or maybe like, you know, career moves you need to make, or things for your financial security that you need to do and you just haven't done it yet. Maybe you were kind of slacking. Because again, if you were disheartened, or there's things been going on, you know, that have taken away from that focus, and now it's like, okay, you need to kind of maybe, I'm getting adjust your approach, and maybe part of that is like getting away, is focusing on these other things. And it's not to distract yourself, it's because these things are intended to, you know, and maybe once you're doing these things, you'll start to feel better, because it's like, you know, you're handling what you need to, and like what's going to benefit you in your future. Because with the children card, some of you could have children, you know, you could have kids that are depending on you, and it's like you know, it's like, so you're like, oh, okay, I have to get this together. And with these romantic feelings, I'm getting like no partner like the other. So it's like you maybe still have feelings from someone from the past again, and it's like, and maybe that makes it hard for you to move on, because it's like you're still very tethered to them. And yeah. And with these, pay attention to the red flags. It's like, whether it's like, for those of you who are in a situation with someone like that, there was a separation, there was this codependent thing with, it's showing like, pay attention to the red flags, because maybe you didn't notice them before, maybe now you are, and it's like telling you, okay, you know, don't look past them. Because, you know, some people, like, you know, could be charmers, right? You know, they could try to, like, they get their way out of things, you know, and then you're like, and it, you know, could cause someone to disregard them, especially if you do have feelings, you know, and it's like you're in the situation, you don't really see outside of it. And again, maybe that's why this retreat is needed. So some of you could even be in the situation still, and separation is needed for you to get this clarity, because it's like there's things that aren't adding up, or there's things that are not benefiting you and your life, and you and your family, you and your children. And, you know, they aren't, I'm getting, they're not heart-centered, they're not, and it's like about you not being connected at the heart. I don't know, it's like, I'm getting like a win-lose situation. So yeah, they're probably not for your highest good. With this engagement card, your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. So what I'm getting is that there might be someone in your life, Leo, who isn't for your highest good. So if there is someone in your life currently, or someone you recently separated from or took a break from, this person might not be for your highest good. And again, like, this is a collective general reading, so if this isn't your situation, this is just the one that's coming up. So if none of this is making sense, then, because this is kind of like zeroing in on like certain situations. With this playfulness, you need to learn how to have fun again and be a kid again and feel free. And the problem is that you probably have a lot of stresses and burdens and things on your plate that has caused you not to feel very free. And maybe some of this is because of this person. And it's like, once you get clear of them and like what they've been doing and dealing with, and what you've been dealing with because of them, it's like you'll feel better about things. But it's just kind of like, and they might overwording it. Sorry, I'm like, I've done like, this is my 5th video of the night, so, but I'm very excited to do them. It's just like, my speech is sometimes I'm not saying things very clearly, so I'm sorry. But okay, where was I? Sorry. Oh yeah, just to them about them, like maybe placing burdens on you. And again, this could be like that they're maybe codependent, and like you're having, I'm getting like that image of like that 10 of Wands in the tarot energy, and it's like you have like this backpack with all those wands, and you're like hunched over, and you're like walking slowly, and that's how you feel. And it's like, okay, it's time to stand up, let those wands fall out of your backpack, off your back, and like, okay, be like, I'm done with this, And And I know, like, you're like, Heather, that's not so simple, that's not so easy, but in some situations it is. And I know, again, being in that situation, you don't always see things clearly. And this is why, again, this retreat is needed. So let's go deeper with the Lover's Oracle. What is a card for Leo about this situation? Okay, so give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Okay, so it's interesting with this romantic feelings. So okay, so I'm not really getting about necessarily a new love coming in yet, because there's still things connected to the past, right? I'm getting that more of this give thanks. It's like giving yourself that self-love and knowing you deserve better. If you are involved with a person like this, and they could be a shady person, or they could just be someone that's like damaging, and they might not even mean to be damaging, but for whatever reason, you know, they, you know, because of their wounds or their own addictions or problems, and they're putting it on you. So you have to like love yourself enough to know that you don't need to be dependent on them. They don't need to be dependent on you, and you could walk away. So yeah, I'm getting more of this give thanks, give this gratitude, give this love to yourself. Okay, one more clarification. Okay. It's very interesting, like a lot of the same cards are coming out tonight for the different signs. So again, that's why I say like look at also not just your sun, but your moon, your Venus, and your rising. Because a message for you, I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. Love and light, I love you. So for some of you, this could be a message from afar. If there was someone that was your great love, it's like there's that love there, that bond, and they're telling you that, you know, they love you. Only time will tell. So with your love life, it's kind of really up in the air right now. And again, because if you have this person that's like, and I don't want to confuse it with this other person, there's like these two different scenarios. Because for some people, and like I said, like there's that first that came up about being that great love, but then there's this like second that is coming up more about this person that you're kind of needing to get clear of. And I think like it's not all for you to have figured out right now. Like maybe you're someone that likes to have things figured out and knowing where you're going, and maybe it's like you need to take comfort in the unknown. And this one says, beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So like, what is this, if you do have this person in your life who it's like you're kind of needing to get clear of, that you need to retreat from, like what can you take away from that situation? Because, you know, you attracted them for a reason, right? Okay, angel answers for Leos. Choose a new direction and the situation will improve. So yeah, so it is like cautioning you to like, you know, it's kind of maybe time to, you know, choose a new direction. And that new direction just might be you being on your own, you know, as opposed to being in this, it's complicated situation. And once you are on your own, things will get better. And it's like, you have to give it time. And again, I'm being drawn to like, the only time will tell, because, and for those of you who didn't have this great love, it's kind of showing, you know, that you could still have that or obtain that. And for those of you who had that, it's not to say you won't have love again. It's just, I don't know, just this one person that keeps popping up. It's just like, yeah, kind of maybe moving away. One more. Improving health. So yeah, it's kind of showing you, you know, choosing a different way, choosing maybe to be on your own and having that retreat, that break. And, you know, possibly, you know, the breakaway, it's going to improve your health and wellness. You're going to feel better, but you do have to be assertive. So maybe this person is like not wanting to go away, and you just maybe need to lay down the law and tell them like, okay, I'm done. It's time. And I'm hearing I have no need for this. So if you have no more need for this, and it's, not to say like, oh, I have no more need for this person, it's like, it's not to sound cold, it's just to be like, okay, if certain connections and people in our lives are only meant to be for a reason or a purpose, and once they fulfill that, we're not meant to keep them anymore. So think of it that way. Some people get so tied to, like, if you've had someone in your life for a certain number of time, or, it's like, oh, we've been together such and such years, or I've known them since this time, or they were with me when, this happened. And it's like, or we had good times together, and people chain themselves to those things. And it's like, sometimes we just need to let go. Like, whoever's meant to be in our life will be in our life, and whoever's meant to stay will stay. And we shouldn't try to hold each other back if that connection no longer serves each other anymore. And there's a difference between love versus attachment. I actually just posted something on my Instagram, the Magical Maven, earlier today about love versus attachment. It's a very different energy. And that's maybe this person that's here, it's not about love, it's about attachment. And not to say that they don't, you don't think or feel, or they don't think or feel they love you. It's just that they're, maybe it's not really out of true unconditional love. You know what I mean? So if you want to check that out on my page, I did post that on my Instagram. And I mean, with love connections, you will feel lighter. You will feel free. With attachment, it's restrictive. It's more controlled. It's like a fear-based attachment versus like, so I'm hoping that makes sense. So Oracle of the Mermaids for Leos. Okay, so we have sisterhood, friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, and delight. So this card is telling you that, whether you're, female or male, instead of maybe focusing on like a love relationship, you need to, more focus on, like friends, like, and if, you feel like you don't really have a circle, like maybe this is encouraging you to meet, like to find your tribe or to find new friends that are where you're at in life now. You know what I mean? And some of this too, like it could be like, I was getting soul family, but some of it could be your, your actual family. Maybe this could be your actual sister or sisters. Okay, so underneath we had fertility, potential, powerful, creative energy, initiation energy. So yeah, it's like you're going to be coming to a time where there's going to be new energy coming in. There's going to be something you're going to birth. And I don't know, like, again, for some of you already have children, but some of you could have in the future. I mean, this could be a long ways away, or this could, and again, this doesn't have to be about a child. This could be about a project or, a business or something you're creating. But it's like not, maybe the seed is planted within you, but you haven't maybe taken action yet. And it's because like, it wasn't the right time because you have all this other stuff going on. And again, I was hearing shit instead of stuff. So like that, you just need to clear that stuff. And the Selkie in her skin, reclaiming your authenticity. So, okay, again, tonight I've heard this in 3 out of 5 piles that I've done so far. I've heard where have I gone wrong? And it must be a collective thing. Oh, I just knocked. Okay, that must have been a sign because I just knocked over one of the card deck boxes. So it's not to say like where you have gone wrong. We think like, okay, because we go through a lesson or we attract someone in our life and it doesn't seem like a positive thing. We think that it's like, we blame ourselves, or we blame the other person and we think, oh, why did this happen to me, or where did I get wrong? But these situations happen for your growth. They come up for a reason. And as you heal yourself, as you clear yourself, as you go through these lessons and complete these cycles and patterns, you are reclaiming your authenticity and getting in touch with who you really are. So take this as you didn't go wrong. You attracted whoever your partner was, and your past partners were. They were for a reason. And, you could become who you are truly are if you kind of recognize why you went through the things you did, and that they didn't happen to you, they happened for you. You attracted them for a reason, and you didn't go wrong. You know, we make soul contracts before we come here. You know, it's like, you know, have you heard, you know, like, know how to pick them? But on the same point, it's like, okay, well, we agreed to certain things before we came here and had soul contracts with people, and yeah, we have, you know, maybe some karma to clear, or, you know, we have certain lessons and things we were meant to learn. But it's actually, you know, a lot of the things that we go through that could be, I don't know why I'm getting shame right now, so you might feel shameful in some kind of aspect, but some of the darkness, it's meant to push us through to the light. So think about that. Okay, so now I'm going to do the Black Moon astrology cards to see maybe if a certain sign comes up. However, there's many other cards on this deck, so we're just going to kind of look at what other energies for my Leos. Okay, very interesting. This came out for Cancer as well. So we have 7th house partners and void of course moon missing. So you might feel like something is missing. Remember I said about the hole in the heart? So without your partner, you feel something is missing. Or without a partner, you feel something is missing. And we are all whole within ourselves. We don't need someone else to make us feel whole and happy, because if you do that, you aren't going to feel happy within. You need to be happy with yourself. And, you know, and I'm not going to say that's where you went wrong, but that's where you have to kind of shift from feeling like there's a lack, that you are not enough without someone, to I am happy within myself. I am complete within myself. And then therefore you're open to the right person coming in, because you don't need someone to fulfill you or complete you or heal you, because you've already done that. And then you're attracting a right person, because this one person that's like the red flags person, you know, like, you know, they're, you know, yeah, they've helped you in some way, shape, or form, but in the long run, they're not helping you. And you can't grow with them. Because with, you know, lessons and growth with a karmic partner, there's an extent to once, okay, they've shown you what you need to, they've, you know, showed you, you know, put you through all the lessons and the growth you needed to, and then that's it. You know, it's time, you know. And I don't want to say cut the cord, because I believe in pulling the cord, as in cord pulling, and if you don't know what that means, you know, with energetic attachments. So yeah, you probably should cord pull with this person. And I would look that up if you don't know what that is. I do plan to do other videos in the future where I don't do just card readings, but when I talk about, you know, things like energy management, for instance. Okay, so we have water element sensing. So some of you could have been dealing with a water sign. So that is, you know, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So whether this is, you know, a person that was your great love, or this was a person that was your red flag person. If they're not a water sign or don't have water on their chart, they could just maybe be emotional. And also I'm getting too, that they might feel when you pull away, and that's maybe when they come back. One more card. Okay, well, we have a few more. Okay, so we have 2 earth signs that came through, Taurus and Virgo. So there might be a Taurus or Virgo, or even a Capricorn. So there's this earth energy. So this could even necessarily, this could be like one of the parties, or maybe even you, like, I'm getting about you getting grounded, because these are earth signs. So you coming to more of a place of stability and security is what I'm getting. So I'm getting maybe they're more of the water, and like it's like you bringing in the earth and you getting grounded. And with this Pluto transformation, so this is a time for you to make the inner change. And I'm getting like you'll get what you're seeking. I don't know if you've heard the quote, but like what you seek is seeking you. But you have to be ready for it. You have to be prepared for it. For my Leos, discontentment and boredom, 4 of Cups. So yeah, you're kind of stuck in this energy. And And I'm getting some of you like a weeping energy. So, and maybe some of you have already been through the weeping and the sadness. And it's like typically this, you know, this is more, doesn't deal with that. It's, again, it's this discontent, this boredom. Okay, so yeah, maybe some of you had gone through that period of weeping for a long time, and now you might be feeling like cold or emotionless or detached. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Movement, choices, and decisions. Well, you have a decision to make, don't you, Leo? And it's ultimately going to help your material and spiritual prosperity. So letting go of this like red flag person will not only help you at a romantic love level, help you in other ways too. I think they might be like keeping you stuck. Very interesting. The throat chakra keeps coming out too. A lot of people need to start speaking their truth, guys. And when I say guys, I mean, you know, guys, girls, you know, I'm not being gender specific. With the throat chakra, that is with your truth. So again, you might just need to tell this person to hit the road. And, you know, it doesn't mean you have to say it like that, you know. Still be loving and kind. But, I mean, well, except for those of you who, like, this person won't go away and won't respect you and your boundaries, you might actually have to tell them that. Emotional withdrawal. Shadow. So this is the moon card. And then rest and rejuvenate. So again, we're getting the rest and rejuvenate after you had retreat as your theme. You're emotionally withdrawn. And maybe you're not recognizing your shadow self, your shadow aspects. This person could have been toxic, but where are you yourself toxic and not recognizing a shadow aspect of yourself that needs to come to light, that you need to heal from and grow from and work through? Because we all have a shadow self, right? You know, our light and shadow self. Sorry. And it's not to say like that we stay in this energy or that we ignore this energy, right? It's that we balance and that we transmute this darkness into light, that we heal from our wounds, right? And I don't know why I'm saying it like that. That's just how it's coming through. Okay, so any more cards for clarification? Truth. The Judgment card. So, what did I say? Your truth. Speak your truth. What is your truth? Do you know your truth? Okay, I don't know why I'm getting all weird with like how I'm saying things, but it's coming through. So, I'm just going with it. Prosperity begins. Okay, so if you do these things, you do your healing work, you acknowledge your shadow self, you speak your truth, you know, you get clear of the past, you have this new beginning. And I like how, even though this is the Ace of Pentacles, look how there's the two hands coming together on top of each other. So this could even be a new abundant beginning. Sorry. Abundant beginning. Okay. So yeah, it's like this is my 5th video of the night. You know, I love doing these, but yeah, I think I've just been speaking for too long, and now I'm, you know, my speech is going awry. But getting back to what I was saying, you could have this abundant new beginning in love. And it could be something that grows, you know, it might not happen overnight, it may take time, but maybe that's what you're needing. Okay, so a month from now, whether, you know, this is early to mid-September if you're watching in August, or if this is whatever time, a month from now, you got the Power card, Strength. You know, Leo's getting the Power card. And again, this card keeps coming up tonight. It's a collective thing about standing in your power. Okay, so a month from now for my Leos. Okay, I was getting about closing doors, and this Deception MB card came through. So there might be something that comes up that you aren't aware of yet in your love life with, you know, this person that's the red flag person. And So it might come out in the open, you know, and it doesn't have to be a month from now. It could be within a month from now. And that may be when you take your stand in power and you're like, oh, hell no. Because it's like, now that you have this information, it's like there's no turning back. One more card. Trapped in fear. Okay. So it's showing that you're kind of maybe in this energy. You're not sure what to do, but it is showing this positive movement forward. So, and it's interesting, the 8 and 8, and this month of August on 8/8, August 8th is the Lion's Gate. So, and if you don't know what that is, if you want to look into it deeper to see what it means for you, but it's, you know, like a spiritual new year in a sense, and there's these energies that are coming through. It's a gateway. So there might be things that have happened since then that are helping you push forward, and it's going to even a month from now, it's going to keep going and going to help you move past this fear. Because fear and love are opposite vibrations. So if you're watching this for love and you're in a place of fear, which is down here, and you want to be up here, and I know I'm going above the camera where love is, those are opposite vibrations. So that's something for you to think about. But you are moving forward. You will get there. You will do it. And you have to just have that belief in yourself. And that's why you're getting the strength card, the power card. So I hope that made sense and helped you, my dear Leos. And feel free, if this resonated, you liked the video, to like, share, comment, subscribe. I plan to do more of these videos of the signs. I also do pick a card readings as well as twin flame and or light workers for the beginning of the month and the full moon. So whichever ones you feel called to, drawn to, feel free. And like I said, I do have an Instagram as well. So if you want to check out that love versus attachment thing I posted, and it's not limited to that, but it's just kind of to give you an idea. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again, or hope you to see my videos again. Have a good night. Bye.